wrap-up. But first, we're going to take you to the race that will determine the overall Pro Truck Championship title at the Best in the Desert Vegas 200. So Casey, here we are back at another Best in the Desert race, being this one Vegas 200. What are some of the logistics of this race and this course?
Well, this is our first time for the Las Vegas 200. The cars and trucks will start about 11 o'clock, and they have a 50-mile course that they'll go around 4 times. It's a unique event because normally we do long-distance one-way events, and this time it's a 4-lap on a 50-mile course, so it's something new for the Best in the Desert. It's our last race of the year, and we thought we would do something different and kind of surprise everybody with it.
And surprised they were. The Pro Truck teams had no idea what kind of terrain they would encounter during this 200-mile race.
It's just going to be one long dust cloud.
And where are you staged?
I'm last. I'm last Pro Truck. I have to eat a lot of dust. So.
Yeah, good that you're on full today.
Exactly.
Dust was the one element they could count on, as they all started only 15 seconds apart from each other.
The areas that we're running, it's still silty and rough, and then there's high-speed sections, so it's going to be further compromised with all the dust of everybody starting only 15 seconds apart.
Kevin McGilvray was first off the line and took advantage of the open course ahead. But it was Steve Scaroni charging up from behind who made a bold pass and took over the lead. After 2 laps, Scaroni was in first, McGilvray in second, and Johnson in third. Now, let's take a trip back in time to the beginning of the Pro Truck season. It was the beginning of a new century and the start of the Pro Truck season with the Laughlin Desert Challenge. January 2000. After a well-fought battle, Scott Steinberger took second, Steve Scaroni in third, only 5 seconds behind. Last year's champ, Rick Johnson, ran into traffic problems. It did not finish within the 85-minute time limit. It turned out to be Larry Plank, who took the flag in first place. The race was on for the championship title. April 2000, in Pahrump, Nevada. The Pro Truck teams battled it out at the Terrible Town 250. Here's a look at how the day started. The pressure was on Larry Plank to see if he could pull off another win.
Stay in front of everybody, not break any parts.
Let's get ready to rock.
Rick Johnson, welcome to Terrible Town.
12 trucks started 1 minute apart. Johnson Motorsports was in fuego. Plank Motorsports experienced mechanical problems, and their focus turned to finishing the race for those valuable points. It's come down to a 3-way race. Hoskins, McGilvray, and Johnson. No more than 2 minutes separate them, and it's so tight there's no room for error. Hoskins runs into a bit of trouble with an overheated engine. Now it's down to Johnson and McGilvray, and Johnson plays it safe by sticking back out of the dust. At the finish line, Team Johnson gets the win, and McGilvray comes in a close second, and Hoskins completing the winner's circle for a hard-fought third place. After the first 2 races, the points for the Pro Truck Championship title were starting to add up, and Team Johnson was in first place. Don't go away, because up next, I talk with Ivan Ironman Stewart, the founder of Pro Truck Racing.
You know, most men get pretty shook up about losing their hair. But today, many of them are learning about Bosley Medical. They use your own living hair to fill in the thin spots. Just look at that. It really works. You can treat it like real hair because it is real hair. Your own naturally growing hair. So you don't have to worry about it.
Bosley Medical is the world's most experienced hair restoration practice. For over 25 years, they have performed more than 130,000 procedures using the innovative micrografting techniques pioneered by founder Dr. L. Lee Bosley.
Each surgeon at Bosley Medical is board certified and individually trained by me.
So if you want to have your own naturally growing hair back, call this number for more information. We'll send you this free video and in-depth guidebook that gives you the real facts about hair restoration. There's no cost and absolutely no obligation. So do it for yourself. Call now and get the real results you've been looking for.
It's your real hair.
You can't do better than real.
Vision takes you back to where it all began. A century of heritage, style, and speed. A showcase of car classics and the men who made them go. From the exotic to the fantastic. Thursday Night Classic on Speed Vision, where prestige meets power and legendary moments are made. Thursday, it's American Muscle Car at 8 Eastern, and E-Classics presents at 8:30, only on Speed Vision.
Bilstein, the world leader in gas pressure shock technology. Bilstein continues to dominate off-road racing, performing under the most demanding of conditions. The pros demand the best, and they choose Bilstein. The same components we use in our racing shocks go into every Bilstein we make for the street. Now, for a limited time, Bilsteins are on sale for just $49.95 each for selected pickup trucks and sport utility vehicles. See your nearest Bilstein dealer today, or call 800-537-1085.
Select road. Validating tires.
What kind of road can you drive on with BF Goodrich tires? Any road you choose. And now we've been ranked Best Original Equipment Tire for light truck vehicles and customer satisfaction by J.D. Power & Associates. BF Goodrich tires. Take control.
Welcome back to Pro Truck TV. If you're just tuning in, I'm your host, Danielle Martin, and here with me is Ivan Stewart, founder of the Pro Truck organization. How are you?
Good, Danielle. How are you?
I'm doing great. Ivan, we're sitting here recapping past year's races, and one race stands out in particular, which is the Laguna Seca Challenge. Why was this race so special for you and for Pro Truck?
Well, for me, it was just a long-term dream come true to be able to bring off-road racing to just a beautiful facility as Laguna Seca, Carmel, Monterey, Pebble Beach. It took a lot of work, but I think the fact that we were the first ever to have an off-road race there, to bring the manufacturers to that type of facility, it was just a dream come true, so to speak. I mean, it's just the heritage of that particular speedway with all the different drivers that have raced there, and to be a part of that. We want to continue to open up opportunities like Laguna Seca for the Pro Truck Series, and that was a great one. They want us back next year. We're going to go. It's going to be bigger and better next year.
Well, here it is. Take a look. It's the Laguna Seca Challenge. In Monterey, California, the Laguna Seca Raceway set the stage for this historic Pro Truck race. Visionaries, Ivan Ironman Stewart and Laguna Seca's general manager, John Stornetta, joined forces to develop the track's first on and off-road race. The dual terrain was a new challenge for the Pro Truck teams. On the dirt, drivers were in their element, but the short course was extremely tight. Some drivers considered this the trickiest part of the race.
The second hairpin. You got so much speed going into it, and it's got a lot of ruts in it. You may see somebody on their lip there.
The green flag dropped, and the Pro Trucks charged forward. Hoskins stepped on it a little too hard and went wide into the hairpin turn at turn 2. But no one seemed to be able to get around the precision driving of Lance Huffman. After an impressive 1.5 laps on the pavement, the Pro Trucks flew into the stadium-style dirt track. Finally, Hoskins found his opportunity to pass Huffman. He stole first place in the dirt. Huffman, shaken by the pass, also let Steve Barlow slip past him. But Huffman regained his composure and gave Barlow a fierce battle for second place.
I think that Lance Huffman has regained second position now.
The race was over with Hoskins as the winner, Huffman second, and Barlow taking the final podium position. With the first 3 races completed, Rick Johnson led the series with 299 points. Jeff Hoskins at second with 287 points, and Steve Barlow in at a close third with 285 points. Now it's time to learn how to respect Mother Nature while you enjoy the off-road with our Toyota tip of the day. For this Toyota tip, I wanted a little change in scenery. Nothing like fresh mountain air, and of course, a delicious picnic.
Hi, Danielle. What are you doing here?
Hey, Ivan. I thought we might go explore and find a great place to have a picnic.
Come on, I know a great spot. Right down by a lake.
Yeah? I think there's a spot right up ahead we can have a good picnic down there. I brought this map, and I'm not sure how to use it because it's got all these different colors and things, but you might know.
This is an area that's run by the Bureau of Land Management as public land. So they give you a great map, kind of show you where you can go and where you can't go. You know, we have to keep in mind, because we're going off-roading, a lot of people don't understand that we're not going to go off-roading. We're going to be on an existing dirt trail of some sort. So we want to take care of the environment. But before we go out and play and exploring, let's get something to eat.
Yes, I would love to. I made sandwiches.
Okay, are they good?
Of course they are. This is pretty. Do you think we could go drive on that grass right there?
Well, we could. The truck would go over there, but we really wouldn't want to, and I'll tell you why. A couple reasons. One is that we wouldn't want to disturb the pristine grass in the area. We got plenty of trails to travel on. The other, probably the most important thing for this time of year, is the fact that we could actually start a fire.
How?
Well, the catalytic converter on these vehicles gets so hot, in all vehicles, that they could actually start a fire when the brushes is dry.
Well, let's just stay on this path then and see what else is down there.
Okay, we'll go down here. Danielle, this is an example of what we don't want to do, and I hate to see, because, you know, we've got a great map, shows us where to go and where not to go, and this is obviously private property.
It's very disrespectful, and it could also make the land management want to shut this area down for off-roading.
Well, it really could. Yeah. You know, we come off the established road and onto a side trail. The main thing we want to keep in mind that we don't want to tear it up, we don't want to spin the tires and slide around to start the erosion process.
Finally, Ivan and I reached our destination, and it was worth the trip.
You get this heavy accent. I said, hey, do you have any sushi bars around? We even get sparkling water, isn't that cool?
Yep.
Okay. But one of the things I like, Danielle, it's really important, I feel, and I'm sure you do too, is to, when we come to a beautiful area like this, is to not only enjoy it, but take a little bit back with us. I did notice, there's somebody left some paper here.
Oh, yeah, it looks like we weren't the first people here.
There's a great program that they have called the Tread Lightly, and I don't know if you've heard of it before. It's a non-profit organization that has a lot of information on where to four-wheel, how to four-wheel, do's and don'ts of off-roading. It's a great program to be involved with. Don't go away, Pro Truck TV. We'll be right back.
It is a thrill, a minute, but time is almost up on Toyotathon 01. Hurry to Toyota's blockbuster sales event of the year for great values on our best, like the legendary and reliable Camry. Just one ride, and you'll know why. It's been the #1 selling car in America for 3 years in a row. Toyotathon 01. Get there before the thrill is gone. Hurry, ends January 2nd. It is a thrill, a minute. But time is almost up on Toyotathon 01. Hurry to Toyota's blockbuster sales event of the year before the great values on Toyota's best are no more. You're in the driver's seat. Get there before the thrill is gone. Toyotathon 01 ends January 2nd at your Toyota dealer.
Want to know what cars you should be talking about in 2001? The biggest, baddest cars. It's hot cars, new cars, even funky cool cars.
An amazing amalgam of performance, luxury, and highly usable technology.
See what's hot in cars for 2001 on Speed Vision. And tell your friends. So, the Barrett-Jackson Classic Car Auction begins January 19th at 5 p.m. Eastern, and the LA Auto Show begins January 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Now hear this. Need to know what to watch on Speed Vision? Log on to speedvision.com. Find the latest daily, weekly, and monthly program schedules from the world of speed. Get the inside line anytime. Log on to speedvision.com.
Thanks for joining us here on Pro Truck TV. The Pro Truck racers had a choice to make. race the Nevada 2000 or the Baja 2000. The teams would only have to race one of these races to earn points towards the championship title. The Nevada desert loomed before the Pro Truck racers. As the teams prepared for the race, covering nearly 2,000 miles in a 6-day event. This Tour de Nevada would start in Las Vegas and visit the towns of Mesquite, Ely, Elko, the city of Reno, and then on to Tonopah, and the last leg would end in Pahrump. Day 1. The first 2 miles was a frenzied sprint as the drivers raced to qualify. The pole position went to Steve and Matt Scaroni, a fabulous debut performance for Pro Truck's first father and son team. The first day ended with Scaroni in first, Pro Truck newcomer Bob Shepard in second, Kevin McGilvery pulled off a third place, and was later followed by Steve Barlow in at fourth, with fifth place position going to a weary team of Mike Griffiths and Larry Plank. The days flew by as the Pro Trucks raced through the Nevada desert. Finally, day 6 arrived. At the end of the race, the official victory went to Steve Barlow, with Kevin McGilvery in second, Mike Griffiths with a hard-earned third place, and Steve Scaroni crossing the finish line in fourth. The Baja 2000 race was covered by Pro Truck TV's very own secret Agent M. Although not mandatory, many of the Pro Truck drivers and their teams crossed the border and embarked on a 2,000-mile journey through the Baja Desert. One by one, the Pro Trucks pulled away to begin the grueling, non-stop battle to the finish line in Cabo San Lucas. It was a difficult start in Ensenada. Due to recent storms, the roads were covered with thick, blinding mud. Steinberger made his move at the beginning. He passed the convoy as they re-entered the racetrack, where he managed to avoid a black and white cruiser.
Scott Steinberger passed us on the highway, which coming into Guadalupe Wash.
Go for it. Go, Cobb, go. Come on, dude. Go, get him.
Right.
Oh, hopefully he's getting on the radio and pull him over.
The drivers had to have complete trust in their co-drivers' abilities to navigate the confusing race course.
Which way do I go? Is this where I go? Yes, to the left. Gotta be ready on that GPS. That's it for sure? This is it? This is it, Scott. Okay.
The race to the finish line continued with Steinberger and Johnson secure in first and second place. But the battle was not over as Steve Scaroni and Ryan Herzog fought it out for third. As the day faded into night, the Pro Truck teams raced towards the small town of Catavina. The night brought a new level of danger. The drivers now had visibility problems combined with their fatigue. After fighting through desert dangers and drowsiness, Steinberger arrived a full 7 hours ahead of the pack to take the win. Agent M reports Scott Steinberger in first place, Rick Johnson in second, and Steve Scaroni in third. With Nevada and Baja behind them, the Pro Truck Championship points showed Rick Johnson in first place with 443 points, Steve Barlow with 435 points, and only 3 points separating Steve Scaroni and Mike Griffith for third place position. Now it's time for me to reflect and remember my favorite moments with Pro Truck TV. The creation of Pro Truck TV has been a joint effort of many people in front of the camera and behind the scenes. Let's now reflect on the many individuals that helped make this exciting season possible. Ivan Ironman Stewart founded and created the Pro Truck Racing Organization, along with his wife, Linda. Together, they worked to make Pro Trucks the new generation in off-road racing.
There's a tremendous amount of hard work that we've gone through to reach our goals. But we just keep marching forward, and I take the bull by the horn, so to speak, and go for it with all the gusto I can imagine.
Pro Truck TV also took an up-close and personal look at a few Pro Truck drivers.
I like to think I'm a pretty smooth driver. I think smooth is fast.
Okay, you guys are really both Rick Johnson.
Both Rick Johnson.
That's pretty interesting.
We kind of played it as a joke. Hey, your name's Rick Johnson, and it's really worked well with us, both having the same name.
This next story is about a man whose life was changed forever in a tragic off-road accident that not only claimed the life of his good friend, but left him with devastating burns to over 85% of his body. Now, Dwight Lunkley shares with us how he struggled to return to a productive life and fulfill his dream to race a pro truck.
I know I'm going out here and meet my destiny in life and never be the same.
Dwight Lunkley is a living testament of strength and survival, whose words we should all live by.
Never give up, never give in, never quit.
Meet the Scaroni family: Steve, Brenda, Matt, and David. Steve is a pro truck racer, and his goal is not just to claim the championship title, but also to mentor his sons to become champions.
We go by SMD Motorsports, Steve, Matt, and David.
And sadly, we remember the loss of pro truck racer Larry Plink. It's been an amazing year as your host, and I have a few highlights of my own. First, I got to meet the famous Ivan Ironman Stewart. I did my best to be presentable and make a good first impression. Hey, big guy, how's it going?
Hey, Danielle, glad to meet you. I got some just like those. Mine are a little bit greener.
I gained some great friends with the drivers and their families, and the Pro Truck TV crew that worked long hours behind the scenes. This truly has been an eventful year, and we'd love to hear what you, the viewers, think about Pro Truck TV. Send in your emails or letters to Pro Truck Organization, located on the World Wide Web. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Bilstein, the world leader in gas pressure shock technology. Bilstein continues to dominate off-road racing, performing under the most demanding of conditions. The pros demand the best, and they choose Bilstein. The same components we use in our racing shocks go into every Bilstein we make for the street. Now, for a limited time, Bilsteins are on sale for just $49.95 each for selected pickup trucks and sport utility vehicles. See your nearest Bilstein dealer today, or call 800-537-1085. Run with the best. From the deserts of the Southwest to the sands of Africa, stadiums or short courses, it's Pro Truck. Fast, affordable, and extremely competitive. Fully equipped with the finest in off-road racing accessories. Turnkey and fully assembled. The ultimate in design and function. Ivan Ironman Stewart's V8 Pro Truck race vehicles. Call for more information or hit us on our website. Pro Truck. Race with the best. Race with Pro Truck.
Speed Vision takes you back to where it all began. A century of heritage, style, and speed. A showcase of car classics. And the men who made them go. From the exotic to the fantastic. Thursday Night Classics on Speed Vision. Next Thursday, the Hemmings Roadshow heads to the hills of Hershey, Pennsylvania for the largest antique car show in the world on E-Classics Presents. 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific, only on Speed Vision. Be there.
Welcome back to Pro Truck TV. It's what you've been waiting for, the exciting conclusion to the Best in the Desert Vegas 200. An eerie silence hung over the finish line as the teams waited in the pits for their drivers to complete their third lap. As they raced towards the white flag, the positions had shifted and McGilvery had regained his position in first place, with Rick Johnson close behind in second. After 4 laps, it was McGilvery who took the checkered flag in first. Rick Johnson was in at a close second.
It was not real rough, just really rocky.
Yeah.
So where you can run pretty fast, it's just, you know, you don't want to make a mistake.
And Steve Barlow with his Red Bull truck completed the winner's circle in third place.
The dust is bad. I mean, as rocky as this course was, you couldn't take a lot of chances trying to pass. I was hoping Rick would have trouble. I didn't want to cause any more trouble. When he didn't, then the last lap I had to go and try to catch him.
With all the scores from the entire season being tallied, the teams awaited word from Ivan Stewart about who would claim the overall championship title.
Rick, Mike, and Steve Barlow, Pro Truck champions. Give them a big round.
And it was now official. After winning for 2 years straight, Team Johnson would take home another Pro Truck Championship first place trophy. a triple crown for the Rick Johnson duo. Steve Barlow was awarded a well-deserved second place, and Mike Griffith squeaked in by a 1-point margin over Team SMD and took home the third place position.
Well, Rick, congratulations. This is the third championship in a row that you've won for the Driver Championship of the Pro Truck Series. I'm amazed that Rick has got the very first truck that we built.
That truck is like the Energizer Bunny. It just keeps on going.
I've always said, for me personally, there's a certain feeling that you have to have for the race truck. So when you know when you're hurting the steering, and when you know when you're over-braking, and when you're over-revving the engine, or whatever it might be, I know you've got that feeling. That's the whole secret.
Oh, it is. That's definitely key. You know, the old saying goes, to finish first, you must finish.
Given our good results from this year and the amount of fun we had, we're definitely looking forward to next year.
It was a season to remember, full of ups and downs. And in the end, the Pro Truck teams were already discussing their plans for next season.
What's in it for next year for Red Bull and Steve Barlow, the whole team? And
you know, we're excited about next year. Red Bull's excited about next year. You know, every year we go into it with a philosophy of going out and doing the best we can and winning the most races, and we're going to try to run all of it. Time for, allowing and getting us to another chance to win the championship for next year.
Pro Truck racing is truly a driver's class and continues to be a highly competitive sport. Well, that's it for today's show and for the season. We hope you enjoyed watching Pro Truck TV this past year, and we look forward to bringing you a whole new season of racing, behind the scenes, and team profiles. You can also log on to www.protruck.com for updates on the new season. Until then, I'm Danielle Martin saying see you next time, and thanks for watching Pro Truck TV. Sorry.
Speak up, Danielle.